Welcome back to our channel, and today we are going to be reviewing the KBear KS1 in TRN MT1. So, to start with, we are going to be unboxing the KBear KS1. This is KBear's newest budget in-ear monitor that uses a dual magnetic dynamic driver. And I got it through Facebook. They recently had a promotion wherein you'll need to invite 20 of your friends for them to send you one. And I chose white. So here it is. Let me open it. And there she is. Beautiful in white. And just another closer look. There you go. And let's open it. So it's a slide up box, and just a little bit of information about it. It uses 2-pin connectors and covers 20 Hz to 20,000 kHz, and it has a 120 centimeter cable and uses a 3.5 millimeter plug, and its sensitivity is around 109 decibels and 16 ohms impedance. Okay, so let's open it. Let's set it aside for now. And in the box, the first thing that you'll get is the ear tips. So it's a standard rubber ear tips. It doesn't have anything special on it, and so here you can see it's almost like the typical KZ Starline tips without the ridges. Okay, so enough with that. The next thing that you'll see is basically the cable, and again it's a 1.2 meter cable, and it uses 2-pin connectors, 0.72 pins, and it has an L-shaped 3.5 millimeter jack. So here, nothing special about the cable. It's the KBear typical or standard black cable, copper cable. Alright, it's properly braided, and here, let me show you the L plug. Okay, and here's the splitter. After the splitter, the cable turns thinner, but still it's properly braided. And here's the ear hooks. Okay, and then what's left in the box is the instructions, where nobody actually reads. So yep, you can do a screenshot if you really want to read it. Here's the other page for the warranty card, and on the other page it's written in Chinese. So this is the KS1 in white variant, and as you can see, this is beautifully shaped, and it has the KBear logo in front. Okay, it's actually a bit hard to take pictures of the symbol because it's silver, and it only catches clear along with a white plastic shell or faceplate. And let's test it out. Okay, so this is the KBear KS1, made of plastic, but it's so smooth you won't feel the edges of the faceplate. And as you can see, it's flat, so you can sleep on it and feel no discomfort at all. It's pre-installed with the medium ear tips, and okay, I was able to test this one out, and immediately I can tell that it's actually V-shaped. Especially they focused on the bass. So the bass is actually good. It has good quantity, and the mids are pretty average though. Um, Still, it's not too recessed. You'll still be able to enjoy it. Although the trebles, since initially they released a graph that shows harshness on the treble, so people actually reacted, and they tried to resolve it by putting in an additional filter on the um, drivers to basically mute the sibilance, and it actually did work. Although for me, it was muted and it lacked details on the treble section, making the cymbals sound so synthetic, and it just lacks texture basically. But regarding the imaging is quite good. Spatial panning, it's quite good. Soundstage, it's more of a depth than uh, being wide. So yeah, that's KBear KS1. I would recommend it to beginners who are actually inclined to listening to bassy tracks. Um, but yeah, so far it's good. It's actually great for its price range. You can buy it at $10, I think. And KBear is actually throwing away discounts as well for promotion. So yeah, let's move on to the next IEM. So this is the TRN MT1. All right, and this is the emerald green version. And just a little bit of specification. It's actually their newest budget single dynamic driver IEM, and it uses 2-pin connector, and it has 106 decibel of sensitivity, covers 20 hertz to 20,000 kilohertz frequency, and 22 ohms for impedance. And it also have a 1.2 meter cable. So yeah, let's open it. And basically this is my first TRN IEM. I've been eyeing on their IEMs for a long time, but so far this is the only one that impressed me a lot, judging by the number of positive reviews. So here, take a better look, and it's another slide up box similar to the KBear KS1 and other KZ budget IEMs. So what I like most about TRN is their attention to small details. Right now it's still blurred, but as you can see, the faceplate, aside from the MT1 logo, it actually has some contours on it, and to me it adds an additional uh, beauty. And even the box itself, comparing to the other brands I mentioned earlier, their box is actually colored. um, okay, so here it is. Have some time to look at the beauty, and let's open it. One thing I like about TRN as well is their after sales or after purchase support. My first TRN, or actually it's not actually my first. My first TRN product was a TRN T2 cable, and the second one was the TRN BT20S Pro. which was very faulty. I mean, um, it always have disconnection problems, but TRN was always there to help me out. They even sent me a replacement, um, and I really like it a lot. Aside from that, is the TRN's attention to detail. Just like on this box, uh, if you notice, the box is actually colored, unlike the other one that I opened earlier. And look at the tips that they actually included. It's very stylish, although this is very standard and generic. It adds an additional layer of beauty for having a red nozzle. Okay, so let's check what else is inside the box. Another inclusion, or another plus factor for me, an authenticity card. Not all of the sci-fi companies actually include these inside the packaging. And the usual instruction manual and warranty card. All right. So yeah, this is a really good IEM, and um, as early as now, I want to tell you that this actually suits my preference. But I want to go through the cons first. First cons is the QDC 2-pin connector. I hate it. I despise it. It's the same as the ones that KZ IEMs actually use, and it easily breaks for me. It's really brittle, and if it snaps, there's no way you can actually fix it unless you want to buy it, or unless you want to have it modified, which actually costs like 5 times more than the IEM that you bought. So it's really not an option for me. Another con is that the pair I have here actually have a slight driver flex on the right ear. It's very minimal, so it will pass. Um, so I guess that's the only cons for now. Let's open up the cable. It's a typical copper cable, uh, 4 core, but really thin cord cable. So it's very generic. So yeah, it's properly braided, very tight, and it uses an L plug adapter, or jack. And another detail that they actually added is that they actually put in a cover on the jack itself to prevent it from being scratched, and there's a TRN logo. Those are just small details, but it adds an additional layer of beauty. So look at how they actually braided it. It's very even. And here's the splitter, similar to the KBear KS1. But somehow I really like this cable more than the KS1 cable. Here are the ear hooks, and again it uses QDC connectors. So let's try to set it up. And yeah, actually I was able to test this one out the other day, and man, I was really impressed. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. This could be the BQEYZ KC2 younger brother. Alright, so there. I said it because it's a micro detailed beast. Imagine they are selling it at, I believe, $6, and I only bought it at 4 because of discounts. And man, this is this is really good. It's fairly balanced. The mids has quite a texture to it, and I tested it on numerous mid-centric tracks. I have like Darkness, Chris Cornell, even on female vocals, all of which had proper texture. So I'm really a fan of this one. And also, aside from that, it had a generous amount of micro details. Um, you will be able to focus on them, or you'll be able to notice them as you listen to the music. Um, the bass is actually average, which is okay with me because I'm not really much of a bass head. Um, but the trebles zero minimal to zero sibilance actually. Um, even the mid bass bleeds. It's almost very rare. Um, it's best for live recordings or live concerts, world music, progressive metal. Um, it's really good. I mean, hands down to this one. TRN probably had a fluke on tuning these, but they have to continue this. Really, it's so matured. And what else? The sound stage is actually quite wide, not as wide as the KC2 still, but it is wide. Um, the imaging and the separation between the instruments are quite generous as well. So, yeah, this is actually a steal for me. So here you can see the two IEMs that I unboxed today. Okay, and yeah, so I don't know you guys, but really I like the MT1 more than the KS1 because I'm basing it on my preference. But both of them are properly tuned, professionally tuned, and both are really for budget conscious consumers. Um, for mid-centric consumers, please choose the MT1. For bass heads, choose the KS1. Um, I don't know what do you guys think? If you have any questions or if you have any comments, do not hesitate to let me know. You can comment it here in the comment section. And thank you very much for watching. Okay. Oh, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And if you want to share this video, please do so, so at least you'll see more of my videos um, in the near future. All right. So there's some more stock footages, and if you want to stay and watch them, or if you still want to have a closer look on the two IEMs that I unboxed today, feel free to stay here. But really, there's nothing much I can tell you for now. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and you guys always stay safe. Okay, thank you and adios.